Pinocchio is directed by Robert Zemeckis. It stars Tom Hanks, Cynthia Erivo, Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And in this live-action retelling of the classic 40s film, a clockwork maker named Geppetto makes a wooden puppet called Pinocchio, which reminds him of his old son. One day he wishes for that puppet to come alive, and lo and behold, he does come alive. And Pinocchio sets out on an adventure to become a real boy. First off, I'm just going to start with the fact I hate these live-action remakes that Disney are doing. I think the only good one for me is the Jungle Book remake. While I don't think that film is great, I can at least say it's watchable and fun. With other films like Aladdin, Lion King, Alice in Wonderland, they're crap. They're all crap. I hate the live-action retellings. And I'm going to say this quote right now for this film. I didn't think I'd say this quote ever since I saw Morbius. Pinocchio is worse than Morbius. I said that. I'm sorry, but this film is incompetent in so many ways. This is the worst film of the year. Period. Hated this movie. Seeing as there's not many to talk about, I'm just going to get straight to the positives. Everyone's got a lot of enthusiasm. Yeah, I will give the movie that. Every actor's getting a lot of enthusiasm out, even though none of them are doing a really good job, to be honest. There was one musical number which was funky. Yeah, I'm struggling to name things because this film was so bad. First off, why does this movie exist? All because of that. Everything from the storytelling to the visuals, everything is bad. I'm glad this actually went straight to streaming because this does feel like a made-for-streaming movie. Not a big cinematic experience. I'm so glad because this film would have made a bunch of money if it went to cinemas. Let's start off with the story. It's pretty much a dumbed-down version of the original film. I'm just going to say, I like the original Pinocchio. I think it's a very good film, and I really think it's a classic. But this film just dumbs it down so much to the point where it just comes infamily bad. The ending is a shithole. I hated the ending to this film. It dumps on everything the original classic did right, and it just made the whole film just even worse. There's also characters that just are there for no reason. Like, they've added this character called Fabiana, and while I do see what they were trying to do with her, it just did not work for me. This film's acting is also atrocious. I'm a big Tom Hanks fan. I love Tom Hanks. I think he's an incredible actor. But he's not good in this film. I don't want to say that, but he's not good in this film. He's given the role of Geppetto his all. I will give him that. And I can tell that he's really trying his hardest. But it just doesn't work for me, unfortunately. Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Jiminy Cricket was fine, I guess. It was nothing special. He's not going to be as good as the original for me. The voice of Pinocchio was also fine as well, I guess. Like, it was nothing special. That's just what I'm saying. The acting's either acceptable or bad. And it's a bit of a shame that the A-list actor is the worst actor in this movie. The musical numbers as well are just awful. Like, flipping When You Wish Upon a Star is not sung well in this. No Strings on Me Now, it's pretty much the same one as in the original. They don't do anything new with it, especially visually. Speaking of visuals, the visuals in this are garbage. This looks like one of these straight-to-DVD movies, period. The CGI on Pinocchio looks awful. He looks nothing wood. He does not look like wood. There's also awful, terrible green screen. There's a lot of green screen in this, by the way. Even for just stuff like a simple cliff edge. Like, you could easily see it is green screen. It looks awful. The CGI on the donkeys was awful as well. It looked super cheap. Jiminy Cricket looked like he came out of a video game. The movie's pacing is also atrocious. It moves far too quick. Far too quick. They try and cram in so much into a short time span. And it just does not work for me. The film's humour? What humour? There's no humour in this. I didn't laugh once. The humour just fell flat for me in every single place. Overall, Pinocchio is a cheap, scummy remake of a classic. The only good things I can say, the actors are giving it a lot of enthusiasm and there was one catchy song. That's all this film has going for it. Whatever you do, do not log on Disney Plus and say to yourself, let's watch Pinocchio tonight as a family. Let's not do that. let's not watch this film because this is a scummy remake. If you want to watch a Pinocchio film, watch the original Disney classic. That's a film worth your time, 100%. Pinocchio is the worst film of 2022 so far for me, and I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. Hated this movie. Do not watch this movie. Just watch the original classic. That's worth your time. But guys, that is it for this review. Next time, I don't know. Random Rules episode 5 is probably the most likely thing. But also, with this stuff with Barbarian not coming out in the UK yet, I don't know what's going on. Same with Pearl. I don't know when that's coming out in the UK. Hopefully in 16th of September. I don't know. I'm just sick and tired of studios just doing this in other countries. I will have to make a complaint video maybe one day. But that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Be safe and have a good day. See you later.